Hey everyone, welcome back to Quantifying Sports. Today we're diving into one of the most electrifying seasons in NBA history. We're talking about Stephen Curry's historic 2015-2016 MVP season, a performance that not only set new records, earning him the first ever unanimous MVP award, but also revolutionized the game of basketball. Curry's incredible three-point shooting, scoring a record of 402 three-pointers in a season.
Licensing.
His scoring efficiency and the Golden State Warriors' unprecedented 73-9 record are just the tip of the iceberg. Stick around as we break down the stats and explore how Curry and the Warriors changed the basketball landscape forever. What is up, YouTube? I am so blessed and excited to share with you my findings of today's video. As we explore the greatness of Steph Curry and the Splash Brothers, the Golden State Warriors, and how they left their mark in NBA history, I want to tell you guys a little story. So when I was back in elementary school, this was like 9-10 years ago now, I remember hearing that the Golden State Warriors broke the NBA best record, achieving the best record of all time of 73-9, beating the MJ's Bulls in 96 of 72-10. I was literally jumping up and down in my Curry jersey. As you can see, with my original Curry jersey, I was a huge bandwagon. You can see back here, I have a signed picture of Curry. I have like his Lego character guys things or whatever. I literally have a Warriors Drive thing, even though my home team is Milwaukee. I mean, they were crap, but whatever. I was a bandwagon, you were a bandwagon, your uncle was probably a bandwagon, your friends were a bandwagon, your grandma was a bandwagon, everyone was a bandwagon. Everyone was rooting for the Golden State Warriors. Alright, enough of my story. Let's get into the video. Let's actually get into the nitty-gritty of the stuff that I have for you guys today. Let's get into the video. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to talk about in this video was just how good Stephen Curry's 2015-26 season with his unanimous MVP voting season was. So, the first thing we want to start off with is a little pop quiz for you guys. Let's get you guys involved a little bit. Who do you think these two red dots are on this scatter plot comparing the average three-point makes in a game versus a three-point percentage? I'll give you guys like 5-10 seconds. Alright, the answer was the Splash Brothers. Stephen Curry was all the way to the right with an average of 5.1 three-pointers a game, and Klay Thompson was in the middle from the third place to Stephen Curry. These Splash Brothers were literally reigning in three-pointers this season. Crazy. This right here is just showing you a scatter plot of every player during that season and their three-point makes versus their three-point percentage. So one thing I found was fascinating in this visual was that the three-point gap from Andre Drummond to Kevin Durant is the same from Kevin Durant to Stephen Curry. It's crazy. Andre Drummond can't even shoot three-pointers, and yet the same gap from Andre Drummond to Kevin Durant is the same from Kevin Durant to Stephen Curry. This just shows how many three-pointers he was launching up and making during his unanimous MVP season, and just why this is one of the greatest seasons from any player ever. I just want to fill you in on with a little thing that I found. So you'll see right here is a little code that I have that is just basically saying for every player during the 2015 season, how many players have made an average of 2 or more three-pointers in the game. So these are the players, including like Kobe Bryant, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Kyle Korver, Stephen Curry, all of these familiar faces. There were 29 players who have made 2 or more three-pointers in a game during the 2015 season, but the most shocking part is that if you up it to 3 or more average three-pointers made per game, there was only 3 players during that season who have made an average of 3 or more three-pointers a game. And it was Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, the Splash Brothers, and Damian Lillard. That is it. Only 3 players during that season have made an average of 3 or more three-pointers a game, while Curry was averaging 5.1. Absolutely ridiculous. If none of this is shocking to you, this right here is the log transformed 3-pointers made distribution with a normal curve. So the average 3-pointers made per game. This is all of the players on a normal curve. I log transformed it using machine learning techniques just to make it so that it's more normal. It's not a great formation for the normal curve, but this just shows just how good Stephen Curry is. So that'll be right here. Stephen Curry's Z-score, which is the standard deviations away from the mean, is 3.58. 3.58 standard deviations away from the mean in the positive direction. Unbelievable. So the last thing I wanted to talk about for Stephen Curry in his 2015-2016 season was this graph right here. It's just showing the average 3-pointers made and the average 3-point attempts that every player has had in the league. So as you can see here, there's a line of best fit. So this line of best fit is basically predicting how many 3-point makes someone would have if they shot X amount of 3-pointers. So as you can see here, his distance between the line of best fit and to his point, which is the red point, is incredibly high. It is the highest out of any one of these points. This just shows that if someone were to shoot 11 3-pointers on average per game, they would expect to make around 4 to 4.2. He made 5.1 a game. So this residual is very high, which just shows just how good Stephen Curry is from the 3-point range. All right, enough talking about Stephen Curry and the Splash Brothers and just how good Stephen Curry's 2015-2016 MVP season was. We're gonna get onto the overall team of the Golden State Warriors during that time. I mean, why not talk about them? They went 73-9, the best record in NBA history. Why did they get that? Why were they so good compared to the other teams? Today, we are going to explain just why they were so good. So the first graph I wanted to talk about was right here, and similar to the Stephen Curry graph of 3-point makes versus 3-point attempts, which is right here, it's just the teams. So each little dot is a team. The residual is extremely high from the predicted score, or the line of best fit, which shows that as a team, the Golden State Warriors were making way more shots than the average team, and why they were so lethal from the 3-point line. All right, so I have a fun model for you guys. It's gonna be right here. It's all like colored and fancy looking and all that. So it's just showing the average 3-point percentage by team for that season of 2015 to 2016. So on the left of the y-axis, it's just showing 3-point percentage. And on the x-axis, each little bar graph or like bar is just a team. So the Golden State Warriors are all the way to the left, okay? And the league average is all the way to the right. If you were questioning or wanted to know more about this, they were the highest with an average of 41.6% of 3-pointers that go in. That is crazy. Okay, so right here is a model just showing the average assists and the average points scored by a team in the 2015-2016 season. So the yellow dot is the Golden State Warriors and the blue dots are just every other team. So as you can see here, the Golden State Warriors are such a great passing team. This goes very unnoticed, I feel like. Their success, honestly, comes a lot from this. Their great passing ability, finding people open, getting screens, getting guys open, is a huge reason why they were 73-9. This stood out to me as a key, valuable thing as to why they were so good. And we have more coming. Just stay in tune, stay focused. Let's go. Okay, so right here is just gonna be a pair plot of team stats with the Golden State Warriors. So basically, it's just outlining the points, assists, 3-point attempts, 3 points made, and it's just showing the correlations and the increasing or decreasing fashion that each of them have. If you're interested in this, you can always resort back to this, but let's just keep moving on. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to touch on was just how the league has changed because of the Golden State Warriors. So right here is just showing the 3-point attempts on average of every single year for a league average, okay? So as you can see here, the 3-point attempts and 3-point makes have increased significantly during around the 2014, 2015, and up season until like about 2020. This is very significant because this shows that the Golden State Warriors dynasty has left an amazing impact on the future of the NBA. And as you can see here, it is steadily flatlined because how much more shots can they take from the three-point line? They have redefined the league from taking middies and layups. They've resorted from that to a more three-point style offense that has led to the NBA adapting this philosophy. Steve Kerr did a phenomenal job. One thing that I wanted to add on the last models was that the Warriors won in the 2015 season, the 2017 season, and the 2018 season, which all led to a significant rise in the makes and attempts on average for the league. This has left in a resounding impact on today's league and changed the game, probably for good. Thank you guys for watching. This has been such a fun video to find out just how good Steph Curry is, just how good the Golden State Warriors were, and how it has left an impact on today's NBA. This video was inspired by me just watching the USA basketball game where Steph Curry literally went off and just started shooting from half or started shooting crazy ass shots. It was just, I don't know. I just was like, why not make this video? Stephen Curry was my role model growing up. I looked up to this dude. Why not just share my findings with you guys? Thank you guys for watching if you guys lasted to the end. And if you guys want to go check out my other videos, we just made one on Michael Jordan on how he would be if his prime season was in today's NBA. We have one on the WNBA and the rise of the WNBA and Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese's significant improvements to the WNBA. If you guys want to go check those out, those are on my channel. And don't hesitate to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you guys think of this video. See you guys in the next one.